I am here with the one and only Bob Scott. We just did a makeup tutorial on the perfect two-tone lip. Kind of a great look for a holiday party and all year long, but especially this time of year.
Yeah, we wanted to switch up our classic red and give it something a little more interesting.
Yeah. All right, should we show them how we do it?
Oh yeah.
Bob is just the most incredible makeup artist as well as just human being. And
You're too sweet.
So inspired by you, so appreciative for all that you do, especially over the last 6 weeks. Every day, whether it's like a 4 a.m. call time or a 2 a.m. wrap, Bob has been by my side making sure I feel and look my absolute best. So thank you for your...
It was a pleasure.
I like to do a little bit of skin prep before we start. I like to use a little bit of oil, not too much because we're gonna apply makeup like right now, right after, but to kind of just
prime the skin, essentially. You know, it's moisturizing, your foundation will sink into the oil really nicely.
So then next I like to use a little
massaging tool. These tools, they will improve circulation under the skin. They help to like work out the muscles essentially, and they help to lift the skin up.
Personally, I love doing it first thing in the morning because it just sculpts and defines the natural cheekbones or brow bone or chin bone.
So I just like to go repetitive motions over those areas where you get most puffy. Like if you sleep on your side or if you sleep on your face, usually it's in your cheeks. So I want to round out the top of the cheekbone and then we'll come under the cheekbone and just push it away. I just have Karlie's foundation shade. I mixed 2 shades just to get it like just right.
When foundation really works best is when it's not straight out of a bottle onto your face.
Gotta start light.
No, but you've been able to like keep it light and also the perfect coverage, so thank you.
That's what matters. Just coverage exactly where you need it. If you feel like you might have put on a little bit too much foundation, I'm just taking a fixing spray from Estee Lauder.
I love the smell of this, by the way. We use this every day, like all the time.
So I just mist a little bit on my hands and then I'll just pat away what's on her face. And it helps to push the foundation into the skin as well as like take a little bit off that just naturally comes off on my hands.
It's like molding it into my skin.
Exactly. Right now I'm using a palette of Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage concealers. And now we're zooming in on all the little things that we're just covering exactly what we need, nothing more.
I like to have enough coverage on my zits, under the eyes, and just to kind of even out the coloration.
Yeah, just to be able to face the day.
Yeah.
A very important step that comes after every step of makeup is to stop and look at what you've done. Because if you just keep going and going and going, you might like realize you made a mistake 3 steps behind you and it's not easy to fix that mistake. Put the brush down, look in the mirror and be like, okay, that looks good, I can move forward, right? So we like what we've done, we're gonna move forward. Now I'm gonna jump into brows. I'm just using an angled brush and I'm using a nice taupey powder to fill in the brow, just in those areas where brows need filling.
Bob can whip up a serious brow like it's nobody's business, and it's really impressive. You have like a way of looking at somebody's face and like knowing exactly how they need to be framed with their brow.
Generally what I go by is what your brow is already giving me, you know, the natural root direction of the hairs and the natural placement of the arch. I feel like people run into problems when they really try to fight their own brow. This is an Estee pencil. This is the brow multitasker. It has your chisel tip at one end and it has a spoolie at the other.
I love traveling with this guy everywhere I go, like whether I need just a quick brush through it or if I want to kind of fill in the holes, this comes with me everywhere.
The great thing about these wax pencils is that you can like start really light and like draw really faint strokes and then build up to make a little bit more darker defined strokes, and use your spoolie brush and just blend it through if you make a little bit of mistake and deposit too much.
I have my base on. We did the brows. I have a little bit of lip balm on and I'm prepped and ready to go for the look.
All right. So I have 2 tones. One is a deep berry wine color. This one is insolent plum. And our lighter tone is a good solid red. This one is envious, okay?
Amazing.
So we're just gonna go dark on the outer corners and then lighter in the center.
Yes.
Right? For some drama. So I'm gonna use a brush. I think it's an easy way to start here for precision, and also because we're going to blend these colors together. So I'll take a little bit of the lipstick, nice flat brush like this, and just part your lips slightly. I'm going to start in the outer corners with the darker color. And it's going to come about 1/3 of the way in on each side. Being careful to keep the lines nice and crisp. You know, have some cotton buds handy to clean up any mistakes. We're going to leave the center, like directly under the nose, open. So you got your base on of the darker tone, and then I'll grab my lighter tone. I'm going to start in the center of that, just so we can...
With the same brush?
Yeah, so I have the dark on one side, I'm just going to use the other side. You're going to blend them together anyway. If you feel like it is becoming a little bit too indistinct, use your finger for the center because that's a wider part of the lip, and use your brush for the corners because you need more precision there. So once I've applied the lighter color, I'll blend that into the darker color.
This is my favorite. I love the plum in the Envy color. It's so moisturizing. It's so rich. It's like...
This is really nice, and I love the shine too.
Especially this time of year, like a winter look. It's so good. And I love it kind of juxtaposed to the lighter red.
Yeah.
I love clean skin, a perfectly groomed brow, and just a pop of color on the lip. I think it actually opens up the eye so much and is such a striking holiday look.
Yeah, you really could stop here.
Should we just stop here? No, we'll finish the look.
We're gonna put on just a little bit more depth on the outer corners. The brightness in the middle is good. That'll stand up throughout the night with minimal touch-ups. But you just want to build in the darkness in the outer corner, right?
Love.
Then you can take your brighter lipstick. If you do want to add a little bit more saturation in the middle, just take your brighter lipstick and just dab it right over it.
I love, especially when I'm doing a red lip, to use a lip liner to overdraw kind of and just define the shape.
Finish it, yeah.
So
give it a good finish.
Bob's gonna help me out here.
Yeah. So I have 2 corresponding colors to what we did. I have Night Moth from MAC, which is a deep purple. It almost looks like black, but when you blend it through with lipstick, it really sinks into the berries or the wines that you use. And then I have Ruby Woo, which is a nice classic red too.
Classic.
So we're gonna start on the bottom. We're just gonna go over the center of the lip, exactly where we applied the red, and just go a little bit into the berry color. And have your cotton buds handy because this is where you need precision, right? Now I'm going to take our dark color, Night Moth. I'm going to start in the corner and it's going to go straight into the red. I basically divided the lip in thirds, so we have the outer corners as 2/3 and the center is 1/3. And wherever you place the darker color on the upper lip needs to match where you place that on the lower lip, and they should end in the same place. That way, as you do talk, as you do take sips, as you do whatever naturally, they won't blend together and they won't get muddy. So for the blush and eye look, I think we're just gonna keep it really easy and just go for like a natural, flushed, fresh face, right? So we're taking this beautiful palette from Estee. I'm gonna add that a little bit lower on the cheek.
When you're thinking of doing blush with a red lip, do you find it's better to match it with like a strong rouge, or is it better to do more kind of a peachy or coral that's not going to compete with the lip?
You know, you want to pick something that that blends more seamlessly into your skin. On some people, on some dark like red skin tones, that like a true red blush would work, as long as it wasn't crazy pigmented, because then it just looks, you know, like you have a big puff of red on your cheek. Once you finish your lip, once you powdered, I would just say, you know, give yourself a once over, double check everything before you leave the house. Definitely take a picture of yourself with flash.
And a little flick of mascara if you want. If you have time and you feel like you want a little more definition on the eye, I like to use like a liquid liner or something that can just kind of give a little flick. Kind of really complements the red lip. There's so many dimensions to it. The closer you get, people are gonna be really intrigued when they see the tonality in photos. This is really chic. It's a really good holiday look, and also kind of one you can wear all year round. But
True.
especially perfect for a holiday season party. Thank you guys for watching. Bob, you are amazing. I am just so excited to be doing more beauty videos, and we want you guys to ask any questions you have. Bob and I will be answering them in the comments below. If there's anything you want to see that you want us to do in a future beauty tutorial video, let us know.
Follow.
All right, happy holidays, you guys.